Hi, this is Tom James from VIP Stable, and I'm here at the Eagle Dunes Golf Course. We're on the 13th hole. We're out in Sorrento, Florida. We had just finished training all of our 2-year-olds today at the Southern Oaks Training Center. And I'm here with trainer John Butenschoen, who was out there training them all today with a little bit of help. And we're going to try to go through a whole bunch of them. We have about 20 of them to talk about that were trained over this past weekend. So, John, let's do them in alphabetical order. How about we start with the tell-all Colt Steinem?
Today was a good day for him. Not that he's been having bad days. Let me see my notes here. He was in the 12th set today. He trained a mile in 2:41. Just a nice colt. Doesn't do anything wrong. You know, the question mark on him, one, is going to be hopefully, you know, if they resolve the issues in New Jersey. That's going to be the same with all the New Jersey breds, that we have a sire stakes program that'll be reasonable to compete in. I think he'd probably be better suited possibly towards the Green Acres later in the year, and don't want to buck heads with the big colts, some of the rock and roll, just off of what we have in the barn. There's some New Jersey bred colts. The one Cam's Card Shark colt we'll touch on later, and some of the rock and rolls. But this is a horse that doesn't do anything wrong. Very good gaited, very good attitude. You know, he is a first crop sire tell-all, so hopefully that'll be the right choice. You cannot find a better maternal family than what this colt has. Yeah. Looking for him to be a very solid performer, and hopefully a nice stakes performer.
Yeah, a lot of people are actually concerned about the New Jersey Sire Stakes. It's my understanding that even if they don't race at the Meadowlands, they're still going to race for that Sire Stakes money somewhere, either at one of the training facilities, or at the Gateway, or at Freehold. So
I don't see things deteriorating there where that would be a big concern. But
neither do I. I think things are going to work out okay. How do we jump over to the Art Major? Arctic Circle.
He's a similar colt to the Steinem colt. I mean, a very well pedigreed colt. We did geld this colt here about 3 weeks ago. Just very skittish around the barn, a little skittish on the racetrack. Great gaited colt. Once we got his gait figured out. If you watch his video when he sold as a yearling, you'll notice how he has huge extension up front. It just took a little while for him to come to himself. Okay. Today, when we trained him, a mile, and what did we get? He won a mile in 2:42 today, so that's the fastest he's been. Yeah. Doesn't wear any boots. New York Sire Stakes, which is a better fit for a little smaller colt. Him and Steinem, if you were going to change anything on him, you would maybe say you'd like to see a little bit more substance to him, a little more body. There's nothing against the colts.
And that might happen as time goes on.
That could happen, and there's been a lot of nice smaller horses. I mean, look at Rock and Roll Heaven.
Right.
I mean,
tiny horse.
Very small horse. So it's up to the horse. If everything equal, maybe you'd like to see him be a little more filled out. We started him, a horse like this years past, you could put on some anabolic steroids or whatever, possibly help develop him. Now that's not there. We've got him on bodybuilder. We make sure that they get extra feed supplement, and try and help him develop up. But very nice colt, good attitude, goes forward.
We'll jump on down to, I know, one of your son's favorites, Blue Ribbon Please, who's a Plesac trotter.
Yeah. Obviously, I trained Plesac, and this is the first Plesac colt that I've ever trained by him, simply from the fact that I really didn't care for the ones that I had looked at. I looked at quite a few of his foals in the previous years, and they sold for a little more money than what I was prepared to pay for something for what their looks were. He was the second leading average earnings per starter sire in New York last year. So I've got a lot of hope for this colt. He's never done nothing wrong from day one. I mean, it's kind of scary to say that, but he's been a favorite of mine from the time we broke him at Poconos to as of today. He was absolutely awesome in his training mile. I can't say what I told him when I pulled up. It would probably offend some people, but I was...
John was very colorful in his comments about him today. He was very excited on how he raced. How he trained.
I was very excited with him today.
What did he go in today?
We went in 2:44 today.
2:44. Yeah. And he's just been a favorite of yours since day one. And he's actually a very friendly little horse. You actually gelded him. Is there any particular reason why you did that?
Just that I think he'll be a better horse. I believe in gelding a lot of the horses.
Okay.
You know, if you got a pacing horse that wins in 49, that really isn't going to make a stud for him. We bought these to be racehorses. We didn't buy them to be stallions. For what we paid for them, I think we give them a better opportunity to be a racehorse.
Never makes one go slower, did it?
No.
Let's move on to Fox Valley Spartan, one of our Illinois-bred sportsmasters.
He's behind. We originally didn't know if we were going to bring him to Florida or not bring him to Florida. Had some OCDs removed. A real big growthy colt. As it turned out, there were some stalls available here. He showed up the first week of January, second week of January. Took a little while to catch up with the other colts. He still hasn't gone quite as fast. We trained him today, I want to say a mile in 2:49, I believe it was, 2:50. Happy. He's progressed real well since he's gotten down here. You know, just kind of looking to see what we'll do with him stake-wise. There's nothing to make decisions this month for the Illinois breds.
Right. So we have plenty of time.
Next month. Yeah.
Another Illinois-bred first-time sire Yankee skyscaper was I'm a Nice Guy.
I could say exactly what I said about Fox Valley Spartan. You know, I don't even need to go over and repeat it. I'm a Nice Guy is in the same boat. Big growthy colt. He had an OCD removed in December back home in Illinois. He was on the same truck to come down to Florida.
What did he train in today?
He was
240s?
He was in the same set with
244.
Fox Valley Spartan. Yep.
Okay.
249.
Let's go over to the to rock and rolls. Jack Mosque.
4 beers.
4 beers.
4 beers. He's
We should elaborate on that a little bit. We bid on that one after we had 4 beers, so.
Oh, how can you go wrong? $10,000, 4 beers, and you got a rock and roll Hanover colt.
You got to come to the sales, guys.
He was a horse that I had looked at the sales. We had already bought quite a few. He walked into the ring. The price was right. We purchased him, and I'm really tickled that we did. He was a late May foal, I believe. He wasn't as big and everything as what a lot of the other colts look like. And when you see the video of him training or some of the photos that we took here, you'll realize this colt has matured so much. He's grown up. He's as big or bigger than most of the other colts, and great attitude. You know, we did castrate him also. It was a $10,000 colt. You know, why do we want to leave him a stud that would give him the best opportunity to be a racehorse? Very excited with him, and today was a real good training day with him also. He went in 244. Actually, I was very tickled with everybody. We had a super day here today. You know, for those of you that didn't make it down here for this weekend, you know, we'll plan on doing it again next year. Or if your plans didn't allow you to be here this weekend, you're more than welcome to stop out and see these things. But it really went well. You know, other than a little cloudy day and cold yesterday where we jogged everything, we got everybody trained today, and it was nice.
55, 60 degrees is just fine compared to New Jersey weather. And you're right, John was very happy with how everybody trained this weekend. You could he had a little dance in his step this weekend, a little happier. How about the filly, Joy Rocking?
Real big growthy filly. Been happy with her. She's got a lot of talent. She goes along well. She does everything you ask of her. You know, I'd like to see her stop growing a little bit. She's a big filly.
It's a nice looking filly.
Yeah, she is a very nice looking filly. She trained today in 242. She's been on schedule from day one. We haven't done anything special for her to her. She was clean, no OCDs. Coming along well. Very pleased with how she's coming along.
Let's go over to another kind of an inexpensive one, just like the Plesac trotter, Lady Buckeye.
Yeah, there was an opportunity there. I know we looked at the Cam Best just because I know you had an affinity towards them.
Yeah, we like Cam Best.
There was nothing wrong with this filly when we purchased her at the sale. I don't know if there was some uncertainty concerning the Kentucky Sire Stakes at that point. It has been confirmed that for the next 3 years they will be going, instead of for $300,000 finals, $250,000 final. It was an intriguing prospect. It was a shot to take. You know, not only from the fact that there's not that many horses that are eligible to the Kentucky Sire Stakes, but she was by a sire that has proven his mettle as
No doubt about it.
as a stallion in the past, maybe a little not as current and out of favor and was a fine individual.
I thought she looked real good on the track today with, had
She
her out
was
with her
good. You
Philly
know,
bunch.
we're gonna target her obviously for the Kentucky Sire
August
Stakes,
timeframe,
which
yeah.
is in August, yeah. And they also have, once their Sire Stakes are over in Indiana, the Kentucky-Indiana Stallion Management Pace is the week preceding the Sire Stakes. So she'll make a little swing to the West Coast, not to the West Coast, to the central part of the state. She'll head west. And, you know, hopefully have a little bit luck there, see what we can finish up. So we won't expect to see her push to be ready super early with some of the other ones, since her stuff is later in the year.
Well, she went in around the 244 range today.
Let's say, we trained 40 horses today, so I've got to use my
Right there.
cheat sheets here, yeah. She was in the last set, and she went in 244 today. Yes, she did.
Okay.
She was good.
All right, let's jump over to something that I personally thought was fairly impressive. Louis the Card Shark, the Camp's Card Shark.
Yeah, this is one of the colts. We paid pretty good money for him at Lexington. I know that Josh Green, along with myself, we really fell in love with the horse when we seen him down there. I was tickled that we were able to buy him. He was one of the pricier ones that we did purchase, and so far he's fit the bill. He's really an impressive looking colt, going big, long gait to him, good attitude. We're looking at paying him into the Breeders' Crown, the Governor's Cup, and the Woodrow Wilson. You know,
Treating him like a good
we're
horse.
treating him like he could be any. You know, he's got the opportunity. Not saying that he is going to be that type of horse, but I think with his pedigree, his gait, what we see in him, he has that opportunity to be that
Has a
type
shot.
of horse. Yeah, and he trained today in 240. You know, he was trained very well. He's not had a bad day from day one, really.
Okay. Let's jump on over to the Western Terror, Magic in the Air.
He's a very nice colt. Got a great family, medium-sized colt. From what I've seen of the Western Terriers, they don't tend to be as big and heavy as some of the other colts. He's a real good gaited colt. I like him a lot. You know, he's a little bit further behind. I can't say a ton further behind, simply because he's had some OCDs taken out, a behind ankle. Everything, all the OCD surgeries that we done, I was very pleased. They did a great job with him down here. And, you know, today he trained him out in 242. Just coming along real well.
Okay. We're